Good morning, children. Today I am going to start a new lesson. Lesson name is friction, the first part of the lesson. In this lesson, we are going to learn about friction or force of friction and its types like static, sliding, rolling, fluid friction. Next, what are the factors that affect friction and how the friction changes with respect to area of contact and normal force, how it is advantageous to us and how it is disadvantage to us, and how to increase the friction and decrease the friction. Here, in the last lesson, we have learned different types of friction. That is, in that one of the type of friction we have learned is force of friction, or we can name it as friction, and it is very important in our day-to-day life. So in this lesson, we are going to discuss about the friction, how it is helpful in day-to-day life. With few examples, just listen to them. Friction allows the persons to walk, to climb the mountains, for skating on ice or a floor, or movement of vehicles on the roads, and how for surfing in the sea, and while children play with the skateboards. This all, whatever you do, these all activities, this friction is helpful to you. I hope you have observed when the moving car or any other vehicle suddenly stops at the red signal due to the application of brake. So you have observed that when brakes are applied on the vehicle slow down. When no external force applied on these vehicles, they come to rest. And one more thing is, when you're walking, if you step on a banana peel, you may slip. So these are the examples. What is happening between the surface of the tires or between the surface of the feet and the ground whenever a banana peel comes in between. So for these type of questions, we get the answer in this lesson. Okay, with that, we'll discuss the lesson friction. So in this we are seeing some more examples like a ball rolling on a ground gradually slows down and come to rest. So that means something is acting between the surface of the ball and the ground, so it makes the ball to stop. And one more example is when you stop pedaling a bicycle, it slowly stops. That means something is acting in between the tire and the road that makes the uh, tire of a bicycle to stop. So with this examples, we'll go with the lesson. What is friction? In order to know what type of force is acting between the book surface and the surface of the floor, please observe this picture. What is this? Here a surface and a book is laid on the surface. Let it be a book laid on a table. So slowly or gently give a push on a book which is on this horizontal surface. So we observe whenever an applied force is there on the book, so book acquires a certain speed, and from here, see the distance from here to here, the book has taken a displacement. Here displacement means a movement, and this book moves in the direction of the applied force, and after a while the book stops. The speed gradually reduces. Here what you have to remember is the frictional force between the surface of the table and between the surface of the book is acting, which opposes the relative motion of the book. So the book stops after covering some distance. as the book will not move with a uniform speed while the speed of a book decreases in the horizontal direction as an action of frictional force acts in the direction of motion of the book. In the lesson force, we have learned that a non-uniform force acting on a body when a net force will be acting there. So keeping in that in the mind, we have to remember that whenever a force acting on a body and the force is withdrawn, in meanwhile the body displaces through some distance and it stops there. Nothing but comes to rest. Here, imagine the same whatever we discussed last slide. Imagine this is the book. You imagine in general, let it be an object. So here already in the last lesson we have learned a free body diagram. In that way, that is the reason I have shown this the book in a free body diagram. So when you see this is a force acting downwards, let that be W, and this is upward force, let that be N. That means these two forces in the vertical direction. And we have observed when we applied a force, only it has taken a moment in the horizontal direction. That means no moment in the vertical direction. So you have to assume here W and N both are equal and opposite to each other. Then W minus N will be 0. That means net force acting in the vertical direction will be 0. So there is no moment in the vertical direction. Now just imagine in the horizontal direction. So net force, see that in that way you remember this. Net force acting on the object in the vertical direction is 0. Already I have explained this. Now when you come to this horizontal, you are applying a force in this direction. And here what is this V? V is nothing but acceleration. I will tell after completing this. Now what is this? Already we have to remember this. F is force of friction. Already in our free body diagrams I have told the last lesson. So if you are applying force, a force opposite to this is a frictional force acting here. So that means here applied force is in one direction, frictional force is in opposite direction. Both are unbalanced. That means net force acting is not equal to 0. So that is the reason it moves through some distance and it stops. So you have to remember in such a way the speed of the object, here object means the book what we are discussing, is changing continuously. That means the speed decreases in the horizontal direction. I told that I'll explain about this V. Here V is related to velocity similar to your speed. Here in that free body diagram you have observed that applied force in which direction, in the same direction V is also given there. So the net force acts in the direction of force applied by the surface on the object. That is the reason we see the body displaces through some distance and gradually stops. If you want to continue the motion of this object, we have to apply again a force there. But we are not applying once you have given a gentle push and stopped there. So in the when whatever the application of force is done, through that force applied, it has moved to some distance and stopped there. So now for that reason, something is acting between the surface of the book as well as the table so that it is making an object here the in the sense of book to stop. So that force applied by the surface on the object is called frictional force or friction. Now once again, just imagine in which direction frictional force or friction will act. So why I am using this free body diagram, generally in the higher classes, whatever the object or body, they will not draw in, they will not give in that particular shape of the bodies. Always they use free body diagrams, and that too your square box type only. So here the same thing again, this is the surface on which the object is laid. So here if you imagine this is an object, whatever the object it may be, and this is your pushing force, it's nothing but application force, and we will see the motion in this direction. And here I already told in that activity, if you apply a force in one direction, the motion is also has taken place in the same direction if a net force acts on that, and that was not equal to 0, then only we see the motion of an object. But I told you one thing, some of the force is acting between the surface of the object and the surface on which it is laid. So this force is nothing but your friction, which is opposite to the pushing force. Here pushing force is nothing but applied force. Okay, so once again, this friction is opposite to your applied force. Now I hope you have understood what is frictional force. Now if you again see, this is the surface and this is your force applied, and frictional force opposite to your force applied. So frictional force arises when two objects are in contact with each other. So this is a surface and this is an object. So a frictional force arises between these two surfaces. So the definition of friction is, friction is a force that resists the motion of objects on the surface. That means it will not allow the bodies to move further. So here friction always acts in the direction opposite to the direction of object's motion. Already in the before FBD I have told you, this is a motion of a body and this frictional force will be opposite to each other. Now, at last, we have to define friction. The force which opposes the relative motion of two surfaces of bodies in contact is called frictional force or friction. Children, I hope you have understood all this. I have taken so much of time to explain what is friction with various examples and with various FBD diagrams, and actually where the friction arises and what it does with the definition. Thank you, Ma.